understand this neutralization better, we have to know about the pH. We have seen in the question, right? pH. Any idea about this? Have you seen or heard about pH before anywhere?
Yes, ma'am.
What do we mean by this pH? What does it refer? So
Is it the level of acids or base?
Yes, exactly, Raghavi. So the level of acids or base. So we are calculating the how much acids are there. For example, let us see the term P refers to the term potence. In German, it is called as potence, which means power. Okay, so power in English. So power of H, you know, right? What is H? Who is the element H?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. So pH is the power of hydrogen. So this scale, it actually ranges from, என்ன number நீங்க பாக்குறீங்க? It ranges from
0 to
0 to 14. So this is how
14.
the range is. Yeah, so 0 to 14 la தான் இந்த range இருக்கும். If it is the 7, the center part, exactly if it is 7, we can call it as a neutral. Yes. If it goes below 7, so 7 க்கும் கீழ இருக்கு.
Acidic.
Yeah, it is called as acidic. The acidic substance.
Above 7, basic.
Above 7, it is a base. Base, or you can also call it as an alkaline. Okay. So more above 8 to 14, which means they have more OH minus ions. So that is also important. Acid abdinale H plus ions, correct? When you move towards 0, the H plus ion concentration will keep on increase. Okay. So which means that 5 la irukradhukum 1 la irukradhukum it is increasing. That is what we have seen. Milk ah irukradhukum curd ah irukradhukum the pH range decreases. Decreases means it is more acidic. Remember that. If the pH range is decreasing, it means that it is more acidic. Okay, is it clear? So when you move nearer to the 2, 1, 0, H plus ion concentration will be more. How about OH minus ion? Will it be present? No. Okay. Actually, it will be there, but very, very less in amount. H plus the dominant. So the OH minus ion will keep on decreasing. So neutral irundhu poga decrease aite pogu. H plus ion will keep on increasing. Okay. And coming to more than 7, this side. What happens this side? The H plus OH, which one will increase and which one will decrease?
OH minus will increase and H plus will decrease.
Very good. Yes. OH minus, since it is a base, so 7, if you compare to 9 and 14, which will be more basic?
14.
14. So pH, when it increases, it will become more acidic. So the level of pH, if you go towards 14, it is more basic, which means that more number of OH minus ions will be there and less number of H plus ions. H plus ions oda value koranjite pogum. Clear? Yeah. So now tell me, like we have 7 la vandu neutral irukku, correct? Why do you think the pH of this pure water is 7? What actually makes it neutral? ஏன் வந்து அது neutral அப்படினு சொல்ற water? What do you think about that? Water specifically, why do we call it as neutral? Example, I gave you the water. Why do we call this as neutral? You have any idea on that? Water, how it will split? We have learned in the first chapter, right? How the water will split?
And O bonded with 2 hydrogen.
O
Bonded with 2 hydrogen.
2 hydrogen. Yeah, this is the formula of water. How it will dissociate? How it will ionize? Ions are எப்படி convert ஆவாங்க? H2O.
H2 plus
H2 plus O2.
H2 plus O2.
O2
Okay.
minus.
So that is the one thing. And if you take in the case of acids and bases, there will be equal amount of H plus and OH minus ion. So in terms of ions, you can write like this as இது வந்து இந்த மாதிரி போட்டுனா reversible அப்படினு அர்த்தம். So H plus OH minus ion. So you can say H plus is for
hydrogen.
Yeah, hydrogen ions is for acid and OH
Acid.
minus it will be for
Base.
base. Okay, so you can see both the equal amount of acidic ions and basic ions are present. So that is what we call it as a neutral. Okay, so neutral அப்படின்னு நம்ம இந்த இடத்துல மீன் பண்றோம். Same concentration of H plus and OH minus ion, which is like perfectly balanced. So we can call this as a neutral solution. Okay, any other doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am, I'll copy.
Yeah. Okay. So this is one thing. Now let's start or see with something that is almost it has happened to all of us at some point. Okay. ஏதாவது ஒரு டைம்ல கண்டிப்பா நடந்திருக்கும். So where we are actually using this pH, why this is important in our life. So that is what we are going to see. So starting from the ant. Okay. So ant, whether it can be a bee, ant or a wasp, they all use their stings, right? Have you ever felt that pain of an insect sting, like ant sting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
most of us, right? At least in some point, at least not a bee or wasp, at least an ant, the red ant, right? So what do you think is happening? Why when the sting it hits us, the ant bites us? Why do we feel that pain or irritation when it bites
Ma'am,
us?
maybe some kind of acid is released when it stings.
Yes, exactly. So what happens is, especially with the case of ant or bee sting, in both of them, as I told, it is going to release the formic acid. In the sting of the ant, it has the formic acid, which is again a type of acid. It will inject the acid into our skin. So that acid causes the pain and the burning sensation. Okay, but what happens to get relief from that pain? What we can do for that? Have you tried any of?
Mamas.
And I gave you a
Oh.
clue. It is an acid. So the acid would pain
And
actually.
Ma'am, maybe we can apply some basic
Yes.
substance to
So
neutralize
that is the thing. Actually, because as I told, neutral அப்படின்னு பார்த்திருந்தோம். So if it is an acid, if you add a base to it, it can neutralize it. So if the pain is severe, when the bees or red ants bite us, the humans, as I told, it is going to inject the acid. So we can use a base. If it is a paste, it can be a lime paste like calcium hydroxide or the baking soda. They are the bases, right? So you can add baking soda. It can help to neutralize the acid. Small onion. Okay, Tarun. Onion, do we have a base in that? So you suggest small onion, right? Yes. So there is, it may have the alkaline, that is a basic property based on that. Okay. Yes. So as I told, you can use a base like
That's all
baking soda, this calcium hydroxide, so that the pain, it will be neutralized from the sting. Clear? So when acid and the base meet, they cancel each other and it reduces the pain and the irritation. So this is one of the thing which we see here. Any doubts in this?
Ma'am, how this is related to pH value, ma'am?
We are talking about the neutralization here. So the acid value, the H plus ion concentration, if it is more, you are adding the base. So that is how we are relating.
Okay.
Okay. And this is for bee and ant bite. In case of wasp bite, it actually produces the basic substance. Ant to bee வந்து acidic substance produce பண்றாங்க இல்லையா? So this wasp, it is going to give the alkaline, which is a basic substance. It will cause the burning sensation. So in this case, what we have to add to the
Acid.
base? Acid.
Acid.
அவ்வளவுதான். So base இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா we have to add the acid to it. Acid like vinegar, it is in a dilute form, not the concentrated acid we are talking here, diluted form. So acid we can add so that it will reduce the pain or the burning sensation. Okay. இதே மாதிரி இன்னும் ஒண்ணு இருக்கு, like the needle leaves. in the it is in its air, it is going to produce the methanoic acid. So this is also another name for the formic acid. Okay, so another name, you will learn about these namings in your last fourth chapter, carbon and its
Metals or non-metals, ma'am?
carbon and its compounds, last chapter.
Okay, ma'am.
So that is the fourth chapter, chemistry la last. So methanoic acid is also called as formic acid. Okay, so it is going to produce us again acid produce panna, what happens? It is
We need a
going to cause
base
the
to settle it. It causes burning pain.
so for that, what they will do is they will use the leaf of the dog plant. In the இடத்துல affect ஆயிருக்கோ அந்த particular area la they will rub the area using the dog plant, the leaf of the dog plant, which is also grown along near this needle leaves. Okay, so அது வந்து ஒரு traditional remedy மாதிரி they will be using it. So this is one of the thing for the bites of the ant, bee and wasp. Okay, and next thing about the tooth decay. We all know, right? Brushing our teeth is so important, correct? Everyone will do that job daily, right? But do you know why? Why do we need to brush our teeth? Waking up in the morning, brushing our teeth. Why it is necessary? Why do we need to brush? What did the doctor suggest?
Because the bacteria in our mouth will produce toxins.
Yeah. How many times will you all brush your teeth?
Twice in a day.
Twice in a day.
Twice.
So everyone will do. சும்மா தானே சொல்றீங்க, one time பண்றதே பெரிய task, correct? No. Yeah. So twice in a day, the doctors will always suggest us to do to brush our teeth twice a day, right? So that is the reason, as you told, bacteria in our mouth, it love to eat the food particles. You all love to eat the food, right? So நமக்கு பிடிக்கிற மாதிரி அந்த பாக்டீரியாக்கும் ஏதாச்சும் சாப்பிடணும் தானே. So it is going to eat all the food, and when they do, they are producing the acid. So time aga, this acid can eat away at your teeth and it can cause the cavities. Okay, so tooth decay varadhukku reason வந்து this is the teeth reason. Okay, so and it is going to attack the acid, it can attack the tooth enamel. So that is why it is going to happen. So what can we do for that? Brush பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா, what is the thing? We use toothpaste, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So why do we use
Yes, ma'am.
toothpaste?
It's
Have you ever
basic
thought
in
of
nature.
that?
Ma'am,
Base.
toothpaste is a base.
Yes,
Toothpaste is a base, ma'am.
toothpaste is a base. So அதுதான் ரீசன். நம்ம டெய்லி ப்ரஷ் பண்றதுக்கு ரீசன் வந்து அதுவும் 2 times, மார்னிங் எந்திரிச்சோடனே பண்றோம், அகைன் நைட் வந்து யூ மைட் ஹேவ் ஈட் அண்ட் ரைட், நல்லா சாப்பிட்டுருக்கோம். ஸோ சாப்பிட்டுட்டு நம்ம பாக்டீரியாவுக்கு கொடுக்காம யூ ஹாவ் டு யூஸ் த ஆசிட் கண்டென்ட் ஏதாவது இருந்துச்சுன்னா மார்னிங்கே இருந்துச்சு அந்த எல்லா ஆசிடையும் வந்து யூ ஆர் யூசிங் த டூத் பேஸ்ட் விச் இஸ் அ பேஸ் அண்ட் யூ ஆர் நியூட்ரலைசிங் இட் so that your teeth will become, the tooth will become so strong, right? So we can protect our teeth from the decay. Okay, so you can see the range of the pH here. When the pH of the mouth falls below 5.5, what does this mean? Below 5.5 pH range.
It will become highly acidic.
Acidic.
Yes, acidic environment வந்து அந்த இடத்துல create ஆகுது. So the tooth will start to decay. So tooth decay process வந்து நடக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிடும். Okay, any doubts?
Just a minute.
Yeah. So what do you think, if the toothpaste was super strong, like the strong or the powerful base, would you think still it will protect your teeth or it will cause any
No.
damage?
It will cause damage.
It will damage.
It will not be neutralized.
It will
create
not neutralize. Yeah. So yes, நம்ம டூத்பேஸ்ட் வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங்கான பேஸ்ல பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க அப்படின்னா, ரொம்ப பவர்ஃபுல்லான கிளீனிங் கெமிக்கல்ல பண்ணியிருந்தா, which means strong base means there is high concentration of OH minus ion, right? So that is what we mean by strong. High concentration of OH minus ions will be present. So in that case, it can so ரொம்ப aggressive-ஆ react பண்ண start ஆயிடும். Okay, so that is the thing. And நம்ம teethல வந்து it is covered by the layer enamel, that is the which is the hardest substance in your body, you know that?
Enamel.
Yeah, so நானே answer சொல்லிட்டேன். Okay, still the tooth enamel is like the hardest substance in our body, right? So but even the enamel can be damaged if it is exposed to very strong base. So ரொம்ப strong ஆன base இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா it can, because the bases can also dissolve the minerals which makes the enamel hard. So அது வந்து weak ஆகிறதுக்கு chances இருக்கு. Okay, so everything has to be in a balanced way, right way. So slightly basic இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருந்தா that is what the pH range matters here. So 14 வரைக்கும் இருக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்ல, 8 9 அந்த மாதிரி mild slightly pH range இருந்தாலே it will be enough to neutralize the acid present in our mouth without damaging the enamel. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah, any other doubts? No. So the next thing is, as we have seen in the question, we have to see about the acid present in the stomach. So நம்ம stomach ஒரு mini factory மாதிரி.
Hydrochloric acid.
Yes. So நம்ம stomach வந்து ஒரு mini factory, correct? It is going to produce the HCl. So what will the HCl do? Hydrochloric acid.
You break down.
Ma'am, it will
Puts
activates. It will form acidic medium, which activates pepsin, and it will kill the bacteria.
Okay, one thing is, as you told, it will help to break down the food, right? So, and one more point you mentioned, that it helps to kill the bacteria, kill the microorganisms, right? Yeah. So the both things it can do. So when you eat food, your stomach is going to produce HCl, which helps to break down digestion process la help பண்ணுது. Okay, but sometimes too much acid, எதுவுமே வந்து அளவா இருக்கணும்னு மேல பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா டூத்பேஸ்ட்லயே. So too much of acid, how do we feel now if there is too much of acid produced in our stomach?
A burning sensation. in
Acidic.
the stomach.
Yes, we will feel the discomfort and burning sensation. Acidic இருக்கும், acidity வந்து இருக்கும். So in this case we have to neutralize the acid again. So excess of acid இருந்தா again we have to neutralize the acid. For that we are going to use magnesium hydroxide, which is called as milk of magnesia. This is the formula.
Milk of magnesia.
Yeah, which is the antacid. Have you ever seen அந்த பாட்டில் மெடிசன் கொடுக்குற பாட்டில்ல பின்னாடி எல்லாம் செக் பண்ணி பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? What is present in this compound? You can see this term antacid present there. Okay, so this is what magnesium hydroxide is, which helps to neutralize the acid. So acid, antacid னு போட்டிருக்கனால இது acid னு ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்காதீங்க. It is a base. Okay, so usually acid னு போட்டிருக்கு, antோட acid அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இது கிடையாது. ஓகேவா? This is a base. Clear? Any doubts? No. Okay, so then moving on to the next thing. Yeah, next is about the, you can see the pH range here. Human body, it works within the range of 7 to 7.8. So what you can say from this, Gerald?
No,
Yeah,
7 to 7.8. I can say it is neutral.
neutral, right? Yes, so
Yeah.
it is neutral. Okay, so our human body will works within the range. So this is the pH range for the living organisms to survive. Okay, and next is related to agriculture. Is anyone having the habit of growing plants in your home?
Lots of plants are there, ma'am.
Lots of plants are there. Very good. Even the farmers, they work hard to grow the healthy crops, right? But sometimes on the soil, it become too acidic, right? So why do you think like plants
Because
don't
of
like
fertilizer.
acidic soil? Yes.
Fertilizer and pesticides.
Yeah. Because of those fertilizers which we are adding, which is going to help the plants grow the plants, but still it becomes too acidic. அந்த இடத்துல வந்து நியூட்ரியன்ஸ் வந்து நமக்கு தேவை. Okay, so acidic soil இருக்கப்போ important nutrients like calcium, magnesium and phosphorus, it will become less available to the plants. Okay, but these nutrients are very much essential for the plants to grow. Without them, they will like struggle to grow. Okay, நமக்கும் நிறைய சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து நல்ல ஹெல்தியா கொடுத்தா we are growing very healthy, right? If the same way, plants also need the best part to grow, correct? So to neutralize that acidity in the plants, what we can do?
Can add a base.
Yeah,
Ma'am, we can
adding a base.
use lime, quick lime or slake lime to
Yes, we can use the quick lime, which is calcium oxide, or the slaked lime, which is called as hydroxide. Yes, calcium hydroxide. So இது ஏதாவது யூஸ் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா, if the soil is too acidic, it helps to neutralize. So plants like the soil to be at neutral pH. Too much acid can harm their roots and stop them from growing properly. So by adding these bases, the soil in the pH is balanced. Okay, so the plants can grow strong and healthy, correct? And the last one is about in the industries. So if you go to the industries, we know lots of have you heard about acid rain before that?
Yes, ma'am, which is harm. This harm.
How it happens actually?
When the chemicals are drained in the rivers and water bodies, it will get evaporated by the sun and mix in with the water molecules present in the air.
Yes.
Then,
so
while raining down, it will fall as acid.
Yeah, that the water cycle process, right? So there, mainly if you have the two gases like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide, if you have these two gases, they are responsible. They will mix with water in the air, the moisture content in the air, then making them the rain acidic. So acid rain fall agudna, it is going to harm the plants, animals, and the buildings as well, right? Corrode agum acid buildings la vanduchina.
Yes,
Correct? Yeah. So you can see the pH range, how much it is. The rainwater. Yeah, less than 5.6, we can call it as an acid rain. So neutral 7 irundhuchna, the normal rainwater. Less than 5.6 varudna, it is an acid rain. Okay.
So more than 5.6 means like
it's normal, like
5.8, 5.7.
Example 6 is the acid rain or is a normal one, ma'am?
Which one?
5.6 no, ma'am. Instead of 5.6, when it is 6 or 6.2.
Okay, the pH value, if it is 5.7, 5.8, still it is an acid rain because the value is for acid, right? 6 or 7 kita vanda, it is normal, completely normal. 6 abdina, you're asking, right? Acid rain or not? What do you think on that? You can say. Lower than 5.6, kandipa neenga vandu acid da sollanum. pH of
Base
6 and above, illa base 7 is neutral, right? 7 is neutral. So basic mostly varadhukku chances illa. Ena acid rain da vandu, it is because of the pollutants. As I told, the two responsible gases, they are released from the usage of the factories, cars, by burning the fossil fuels. So idu ellame nama pandra velanala, it is releasing the sulfuric acid and the nitric acid. அது ரெயின் கூட மிக்ஸ் ஆகிதான் pH, ரெயினோட pH 7 இல்ல 6 கிட்ட இருக்குன்னு இருக்கு நார்மலி. ஓகே, நார்மலி 6 or 7 இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, டியூ டு திஸ் இட் இஸ் கோயிங் பிலோ 6, எஸ்பெஷலி பிலோ 5.6. ஸோ அப்போ கம்ப்ளீட்டா அது ஆசிடா சேஞ்ச் ஆயிரும். கரெக்டா? ஸோ ஆசிட் ரெயினா கன்வெர்ட் ஆகுது. ஸோ பிலோ 5.6 you can say it as acid. 6 slightly acidic, but not, we cannot say it as an acid rain. So still range of normal water வந்து அதிகமா இருக்கலாம். 5.6 க்கு மேல 6, 7 அந்த மாதிரி இருந்தா. 7 இருந்துச்சுன்னா பியூர் வாட்டர், அது பியூர் வாட்டரை கன்சிடர் பண்ணலாம் நியூட்ரல் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. ஓகே, any other doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, yes. So next time when you have a toothache, or if you bite, come and stay, if a bite come and so if a bee or the ant come and bites you, or even if you eat some spicy food, you know now, right? You all will know how the acids and bases are working together, everything to keep everything in balance. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Will you all think about that?
Book a free demo class and join Pumpa to make your children toppers.